Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Well, this is a watch I never tire of reviewing, and I'm attempting to document every version of it, so I was thrilled when this example crossed my desk to realize that I did not have the Bucherer Patravi Scubatech in steel on a strap on the Watch You Want Watch Reviews channel. So here goes. Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Bucherer Patravi Scubatech in stainless steel. You can see and you can purchase this watch on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right-hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch with additional accessories included in the sale, high-resolution images for your desktop, and naturally, complete pricing details for this Bucherer Patravi Scubatech. Now, on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference, I can tell you how it fits, superb, but what I can't adequately convey is how solid these watches feel on the wrist. I feel like they really are the best kept secret in diving watches. The pricing, brand new, exceptionally fair. The pricing pre-owned, I almost feel like a crime is being committed because anything this solid deserves to be, well, I don't know, slapped with a Brinks logo and driven by an armed guard. It's that impressive. Now, the watch is 44.6 millimeters across the round of the case, not inclusive of the crown or the crown guard. It's actually slimmer than you might expect. This almost qualifies as ultra thin for a dive watch at 13.4 millimeters, and that in spite of 500-meter diving capability. Now, the watch is 52 millimeters from lug to lug, and it's both the span of the lugs, quite reasonable for almost 45 millimeters of round case, and the shape of the lug, nicely downturned and short cropped, that makes this watch viable on a smaller wrist like mine. I would say down to 15 centimeters in circumference. You're going to be able to wear this one easily, both with security and aesthetic proportion. I should also mention that Bucherer equips some of the best straps and best buckles in the business. Let's talk about how the strap is fixed with a screw. Full stop. That's the way it should be done on a big, heavy sports watch. Really, spring bars on a watch like this should be phased out. Fortunately, Bucherer ahead of the curve. The strap is nicely integrated. It conforms to the flanks of the case, so there's no empty space, there's no daylight showing. It's a very handsome aesthetic, but also ergonomically superb. Since the strap doesn't want to flare out and fight your wrist, you'll also note that on the underside, it's been relieved to remove material. This both makes it more flexible and provides a little bit of air pocket for your wrist to breathe on a hot day. Now, the strap is nicely appointed. You can see the cutouts feature blue rubber infill, and the contrast is striking without being garish or glaring. You can see the same color contrast employed on the bifurcated colors of the ceramic bezel, black and blue. Granted, there's another sports watch out there known as the black and blue, but trust me, if you're going deep diving or if you simply want the most watch for your money, this, and not that other black and blue, is the way to go. Now, it features a slider that is push button and easily advanced or retracted 10 millimeters of incremental adjustment such that you do not need a tool to properly size the watch. So although the strap is designed to be cut, if you can get close, you don't have to be perfect. That's what the quick sizer allows you to do. It also allows you to expand to fit over a thick winter coat, a sweater, or a dive suit. Now, the clasp is very solid. With twin trigger deployment, it can't accidentally pop open. You must positively engage both triggers. Nicely satin finished. It features a twin swing arm, so it doesn't have that one big up and over fold of a single fold that can pinch wrists. And when closed, it inspires absolute confidence and looks fantastic. Check out the attention to detail. Look at that hairline polished bevel, the rounded edge that transitions from the tops to the flanks of the clasp. That's the kind of attention to detail we're talking here. Speaking of which, the case is beautifully finished. You can see satin finish, which is actually vertical satin, not the common horizontal, on the flanks. There's a narrow tapering polished bevel along the shoulders of the lugs. Satin finished on the hoods. The knurling of the bezel is irregular and deep to allow easy purchase when hands are wet, sweaty, or gloved. And although I like to call out good dive bezels for clear detents and crisp action, I should also note when one is at the top of the class. Between the easy purchase on the bezel due to its deep knurling and the satisfying detents, which are both loud and crisp, this is the best diving bezel in the business that doesn't feature some sort of internal rotating action or mechanical fixing mechanism. In terms of traditional dive bezels, this is as good as it gets. It also features ceramic, so unlike anodized aluminum or lacquered bezels, this one's not going to get scratched up and disfigured over time. It will maintain its good looks. You'll even note that the luminescent pearl has been capped with sapphire. Again, money was spent here. And you get the same impression when you look at the dial. Not just beautifully detailed, but certain details need to be called out because you wouldn't notice them without a loupe and close examination. For instance, the manta ray recurring pattern of the dial, and that's what that cross-hatching pattern is. It's the images of the two mantas adopted by Bucherer as part of the release of the watch, but it features white print atop. Doing a transfer print on a textured surface is one of the most challenging tasks in watchmaking, and whether Bucherer made the dial itself or simply specified and delivered to a top-of-the-market dial manufacturer, the result is the same. This is one of the cleanest prints I've ever seen on a textured base. Speaking of money being spent, all of the indices are hand-applied, beautifully raised and faceted, and you can see each one features a fall-away or sloped metallic grained surround, each one almost featuring a little index bezel of metal, beautifully formed and abundantly luminescent. They glow like a torch, the whole dial does, with blue lume, the last color to be lost as depths increase and darkness sets in. Just like Rolex, blue lume, and unlike Rolex, an absolute ton of it on the hands and indices. The watch features a screw-fixed set of shoulders for the crown guard and an overbuilt, double-knurled color inset crown that's a pleasure to use. Now, 500 meters water resistant. It does feature a flanking helium escape valve for you saturation divers out there, so you have that security against crystal blowout when rising to the surface. Once you've withdrawn that gorgeous and, frankly, deluxe crown, you have the ability to hack the balance or halt the seconds hand, such that you can stop the watch and synchronize it to a dive timer or an atomic clock. You also have a quick set function, so you can rapidly cycle the date. And what's inside? Well, it's either a Sellita SW200 or an ETA 2824 in chronometer grade. A COSC certified Swiss chronometer. It is extremely precise. That's also a tough architecture, so you know that you've got a suitable sports watch movement in a sports watch. Automatic winding with a 38-hour power reserve. It finishes off a deluxe, appealing, and, in my opinion, underappreciated and under-recognized package. Arguably the best buy in sports watches and dive watches in particular. You can see and you can own this Karl F. Bucherer Patravi Scubatech on our website.